You should know exactly how the world's changing, because if we go back to this mindset of transactions and transactions being good enough, people are no longer willing to trade their time simply for a paycheck. We have changing conditions and changing mindsets, super critical. And when we look at that, there's three main shifts that are driving employees. So we've had shifting priorities as we've come through COVID. We've had a shifting focus, and we've had changing considerations. And so I want to walk you through those things and what that means in today's day and age for bringing the very best people. I refer to the best people in the organization. So we've had shifting priorities. COVID forced us all back into remote work, into our homes. We spent a lot of time with our families, with our friends, if we commingled with friends during times that we were in quarantine. And it made people think about, what is it that I'm doing? What's important and what's possible? So we gave people this inflection point to start thinking about, am I aligned with my own life and what it is that I want to do with my talents? Because we've known for a long time from lots of surveys that 2/3 of people didn't really like the work that they were doing. And this gave us the inflection point to say, maybe I should choose a different path. This stat I thought was pretty amazing. So 30% of people, they have completely different priorities since the start of COVID. And I don't know if that's true for you, but I think it's also indicative of why we're starting to see this whole great resignation, where people say, you know what, this is not really where I want to spend my time, energy, and talents. And so let me think about other ways in which to do this. It created a shifting focus. So many people have likened the COVID world to almost a warlike state. It was that traumatic for our mental well-being, the uncertainty, the fear that it gave to us. And so we're really now starting to focus in on financial stability and mental and physical well-being. So a dramatic shift in what people are focusing in on. And then we have changing considerations, spending lots of times with family, friends, loved ones. Now, these are things in how people are perceiving the world and what's truly important. So when you see this environmental 26%, there's only one planet Earth, right? And so people are starting to recognize that the environment is super critical. So there's a positive 26% increase in people who are saying, you know what, as a human being, this is really important to me. The environment and our impact on the environment, we have to be really sensitive to that. We have to be more socially responsible. A net gain of 18% of people are saying, this is something that's super important to me. Purpose-driven. Do I matter? Am I aligned with what I'm supporting? And I'm voting with my dollars now, right? And so all of that becomes a super important thing, plus 15%. And so you start to put some of these things together, right? Mission-driven. And so you should know exactly how the world's changing, because if we go back to this mindset of transactions and transactions being good enough, people are no longer willing to trade their time simply for a paycheck.